esports coach.
But I was getting the stink eye from my wife. She's like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing."
One might love his Switch more than his girlfriend.
Man, I hope she's not listening to this. Please.
And one's a dad who can't stop playing Rocket League.
These kids these days, they're like, blah, 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 blah. We're used to jump and run.
Together, they welcome you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge.
Welcome in to episode 49. Hey, we keeping the podcast rolling, fellas. So I'm your host, Ahman Green. I'm welcoming you to Ahman Green's Gamers Lounge. We've been, I say for a year now, bringing up everybody on the trending topics in video game world, esports, because we know that is a thing that is real. Everybody learned what that was in 2020 because everybody had to be at home, couldn't go to work, so everything was virtual. So everybody has now been on notice of what esports and video game business industry is doing. So welcome to the show. We talk about that. We talk about fun things like game releases weekly. There's a lot of video games coming out. If it's console, if it's on computer, if it's on a little thing as we call Switch around here, that my man John finally, after about a 3-month journey, he picked one up finally about a year ago. But we talk about that as well. And then, we got all these fun streaming apps from Netflix to Hulu to Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Quibi, stuff that I was like, where you get that name from? But we talk about, we talk about what we're talking about, if it's a TV show or movie. And then we have a fun conversation with this or that, where we got to find out things that, like I said, you might not want to know about one another, but at least you now do, because we're becoming really close friends here on this show, I believe.
And those things usually come out of your mouth.
True, but it is what it is. I like to keep it real. I don't sugarcoat things. So, like I said, I'm your host. It's my co-host Ben and John, and got my young man by the name of Sceptic. I'll bring him in. That's kind of the soft intro, nice wave there to everybody. So that's on for the people on Twitch, but for the podcast, I got to build him up. But I'm gonna tell you real quick. This is how we do a check-in of what we did since the last episode. So I'm gonna start it off. So this more not a whole lot going on. Got to visit family and friends down in Illinois, and a lot of aunts and uncles. My mother-in-law was there. It was a fantastic time. But we got having a good time, family, almost like a family reunion sort of. So a lot of adult things going on. And so when everybody's talking, playing cards, having a few good brews with the crew, I find a corner in the room, and I just take my Switch and I start uploading. I haven't played Zelda Breath of the Wild in a long time, and everybody knows that's an epic game. And I've gotten to where I got all the little I say power-ups that you have. You can freeze water, you can stop time, you can do all the little things you can with the little stones that you gather around the land of Hyrule, where you're at in the game. And I finally got to where I got to activate one of the beasts. It looks like an elephant, and that took me 2 hours to activate this elephant-looking beast. It was fun though. It did it because it just took me back into, because there was a lot of talking. Yeah. And I felt overstimulated with all the family talking, which was good. We were catching up on old good times, but being that born introvert that I am, just digressing into Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, just got me now back to, because I was feeling a little like my brain, everybody was like 5-10 people talking at one time.
Oh, that's like, the worst, by the way.
I was like, let me just detach for a minute and do this. Wife didn't yell at me either. Wife, I was good. In the wife area, she didn't give me the stay guy. Good. She knew that this is my space. It's nothing that I'm trying to ignore anybody. I think everybody, by this time, I've been 15 years in the family, so they kind of know, oh, mine's a gamer. Let him go through his thing. So yeah, that was my last week. John, what you got cooking?
So last week during the show, one of the show meetings, we were talking about different video games, and Among Us was one of the ones that came up. So I said, you know what? I'm downloading Among Us for the first time. And as I'm downloading it, my daughter, she's 8, she's at virtual school, she's in the basement, and she goes, "Oh, Among Us, that's great. We get to find out who the imposter is." So she knows like way more about the game than I did. But I was playing that a lot this weekend, and that is, you know what? That's addicting. That's addicting. I spent a couple hours on Sunday just sitting on the couch, just playing on the Switch, Among Us. And you were talking about how much more fun it is when you get like in a Discord chat.
Yes.
And everybody's just in like talking and lying to your face. And that just sounds really fun.
Or telling you that you are a liar. Like my players, because I coach, at Lakeland. And in the first 2 games, I got kicked out of the ship and I done nothing but my task. I'm like, y'all really don't trust me, do y'all?
I didn't believe you.
I'm like, I'm fixing an electrical. I'm fixing the wires here, there, and they just didn't believe me. They booted me out. So what you got,
They
man?
kicked you out. Over the weekend, I watched some of the ESL Pro Tour CSGO Katowice tournament. That's a hard word for me to say.
Yeah.
Katowice.
It's was it Norwegian, I believe.
Something like
Something
that.
up there.
Yeah, not my thing. Not my language. But
It's all
anyways,
good.
yeah. So Team Liquid beat the defending champion Nave. But here's the cool thing: 600,000 concurrent streams of that match. Isn't that crazy? Concurrent,
You like that
600,000.
stuff. You like those numbers.
I
Those
do
big
kind
numbers.
of,
Yeah.
because I want 600,000 concurrent streams of this podcast.
Oh.
I thought that was cool. But yeah, so I saw that over the weekend. And then I also came across something that we'll talk about here in a minute.
Yeah. So we got our guest coming in here. He get to share what he's done. I say more than a week ago because this is his first time on the show. My man, Sceptic Griffin Spikowski, one of the youngest professional gamers at 16 years old, pro Fortnite competitive player for Misfits Gaming, YouTube content creator, Twitch streamer, and brand ambassador for Whistle Sports. How you doing, Skeptic?
Doing
What's
good.
up?
I love that. That was a sick intro, man.
Hey, you're welcome. I'm getting good at this.
That was a good intro, man. You got everything down.
Oh man, appreciate it coming from you, man. I appreciate it because you are the demographic right now that runs the world.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
100%.
So how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
All right. I'm excited to be on this podcast.
Yeah. So real quick though, I know Ben.
Yeah. So
he
I
was
came,
anxious to tell you something.
yeah.
Talk
So,
about something.
so I came across this tweet from FaZe Clan over the weekend, and it was, what was your what was your very first gamer tag? For me, I'll raise my hand. Mine was super embarrassing. It was Smart Guy Party 5.
That's a good one though.
I think that's
That's
embarrassing.
That's not as bad as mine. Mine was Brushed Weevil 10.
Oh wow. Brush.
How did
Yeah,
that
and then
come about?
after that, I changed it because I always used to make people mad on Call of Duty, so I changed it to XX. You're mad, bruh. XX. That was my name for a couple of years as well.
You made a lot of people mad.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. So you're still young individual as yourself. You definitely done a lot more than I've done at 16. I'll just let you know that right now. So tell us how and who and what got you going in playing video games.
So when I was really young, we had a Wii. I think every family, every like gamer family kind of had a
Yep.
Wii back
Of
then.
course.
And my uncle, I mean, when my parents are away, they were like at work or whatever, my uncle would sort of just get me into playing these random games on Wii. It would be like just Super Mario Bros. It would be Zelda, it'd just be these random games. And I loved it. And I just kept playing from that. And then he used to sneak me in to play Black Ops 1 when I first came out. And that was like sort of, I guess, my spark of like competitiveness.
Ooh. And like you said, sneak in because he was doing
Yeah.
something he
I was
shouldn't
not
have been
allowed to
doing.
play Call of Duty. I was not.
Oh man. So because I got a couple nieces and nephews, actually great nieces and nephews that been dibbling and dabbling with Call of Duty. Actually, my older brother told me not too long ago that I got an 11-year-old niece and she just started, or about a year ago, she played Modern Warfare. I was like, what?
Oh my God.
I was like, you let her play?
How do you explain some of those things to an 11-year-old?
Well, she already was an Overwatch player.
Okay.
So she knew the game. It
Yeah,
just
but Call
it
of
was
Duty's
just
a little bit different though. Call of Duty's, I mean, I had nightmares when I played Call of Duty Black Ops 1 Zombies.
Ooh, yeah, it does.
That
get
was
into-
freaky. I did not like that.
Yeah, something I'm gonna talk about later. They have a big DLC drop tonight. But yeah, zombies, they get to the like cinematic type of zombie where they're coming
That's right
at
up
you.
your alley, though.
Oh, I
Oh,
love
yeah.
I love horror movies. That's one thing you gotta learn about me, Skeptic. I love horror movies. I love horror video games. I
Yeah.
do it on my stream sometimes. I do a whole month, October horror movie month. I'm horror from head to toe to here. So
Yeah. I mean, those zombies aren't really like horror games, but when you're like 11 playing Black Ops 1, and Black Ops
Yeah.
1 is like more dark and scary than the new zombies. So it's like, it
True.
was pretty freaky. It was scary.
okay, so you started. So right there tells me you started on console playing a
Yeah.
little
I
bit
played
of game.
Xbox 360 at first.
Okay.
Nice. I still have those. I have like 2 of them still work.
Yeah.
Down in the basement. So
Oh, yeah.
how long did it take for you to know once it came out, Fortnite, that Fortnite was your game of choice?
So I didn't really have any dedicated game back then. I played a lot of Rocket League and PUBG, and I sort of had the PUBG like it was the first real like what is it called? It's like with a zone, like actual battle royale kind of game.
Oh yeah,
And-
Battle Royale. You said it
Yeah,
right.
yeah, there it is. And then one of my friends logged on one day and he just said, "Hey man, this new game drop looks pretty good. Want to play it?" And I played it, and I just kind of got hooked to it instantly.
Nice. So what was getting hooked to it instantly? What was it about it to get you, like you said, get hooked right away?
I don't know. It's because it was a brand new game, so everybody was terrible. And when I played like PUBG, I'd get actually destroyed. That game was out for years, so there were some tryhards in that game. And Fortnite was just like way more laid back. You kind of just like build your own house and just like kind of hope you get zoned.
Oh,
It's a way more of a chill, laid back game than PUBG.
yeah, that's where they lose me. I'm a shooter.
Yeah.
The guys on the show know this, and now and the new viewers or new listeners coming in, I'm a Halo guy. So I'm really good at Halo.
That's what I started
played-
before Black Ops. Yeah.
My man. So I started with Halo 1, 2, 3, ODST, Reach, and then now I'm playing Halo 5 Guardians as much as I can until Infinite drops. So, playing those shooters, it just gets your mindset going in one direction, and that's your game. It's just one of those particular things. John.
So when you got into Fortnite too, you trained a lot, right? Once you got really competitive and really in with it, and you essentially came up, if I'm right here, Sceptic, with what is essentially a practice plan, right? Like how did you come up with that, knowing what you needed to practice on to get better?
Well, honestly, I didn't really think about it too much. I kind of just got on the game. I didn't like do these like dedicated courses or like aim train or whatever. I just got on the game and played for like 12, 16 hours straight. And I just slowly get better at the game. And when you put that much time into a game, you're bound to get good.
Yes, I agree. And then actually where I was going with that thought was the fact that I'm a really good FPS gamer, shooter. But when it came to building, when I started playing Fortnite, I was like,
whole different aspect.
I'm like, come on, man. I say, I just got good at sniping. Why I got to build a gazebo to hide from somebody? What's up with that?
Yeah.
Come on, Epic. What y'all just throwing the whole wrench in the game, in the shooter's game right there.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun, though. You got to adapt,
Yeah, that's the epitome of adapting.
Because
Okay, you got to build it. Not only you got to snipe and shoot and maybe throw a frag, throw a grenade, you got to build a house on top of that to protect yourself in mid-fight.
Yeah. So for us older guys, Sceptic, that to me, my brain can't work that fast. Is it just because you're young? Like how long did that take you to that other aspect of Fortnite that Ahman's talking about?
I mean, it's a whole new aspect. No other game has really had something like Fortnite's, building thing. I mean, literally no other game has had something like that. It's a whole new mechanic that's just brand new. So I sort of just like kind of wrote out the skill gap. And when people were getting good, I would get good along them because I'd play with, the good players and I'd practice against them. So you kind of just get better slowly. But it might be that I'm young. It might be one. It could be that.
That helps.
Hurt.
That helps.
Hurt.
That's when they say if you're a parent, as I am, when you want to teach your kids another language.
Yeah.
Teach them when they're young.
Teach them when they're
Oh,
young.
yeah.
Because there's nothing in their head that's saying that goes against it that they
Right.
don't understand.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to.
Yeah. So
What you got,
quickly,
man?
I got to ask, how
Yeah.
did the name Sceptic come about? Where did that come from?
Usually people have this epic backstory on how they got their name. Mine's not really that exciting. I found my favorite YouTuber back then was FaZe Blaziken. Do you know him?
Heard of the name.
Yeah, so it was FaZe
Yes.
Blaziken, and he was talking in a video how he got his name, and he said it was off of Pokemon. So I was just watching Pokemon, and I saw Blaziken versus Sceptile, and my name was supposed to be Sceptile, but I spelt it wrong.
Hey, the best things come from mistake. The best
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, I made my my logo on my header, and I didn't even realize I spelt it wrong at first.
And then you just kept, what made you want to just stick with it instead of correct it?
Because I didn't want to re-edit the graphics.
There you go. It ain't broke. Don't try to
Kind
fix
of
it.
just stuck with me. I don't know.
It ain't broke. Don't try to fix it. Okay, I'm gonna switch gears. Switch gears a little bit here. We got because you're a content creator, as I mentioned, and you stream, daily, weekly. So tell me about your thoughts about Twitch cracking down on the small streamers who made their accounts before they were 13 years old.
You see, I saw some people getting banned for that, but if you know all of the big streamers, all the Booga, Benji Fishy, all of those really big people have made their accounts before they were 13. And if they ban them, that is a huge hit to their a huge hit
Right.
to their company. So I don't know. I don't really know if they'd stick to that. I think they might ban smaller streamers to make an example, but I really don't think they're going to go out there and ban those huge streamers,
Gotcha.
So I'm assuming, Sceptic, that your parents played a large role in sort of, supporting you and getting you to where you are because you're only 16 years old. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, the role your parents played?
Yeah. So, I mean, you really have to have the support around it. If your parents aren't going to, give you that first step, you're not really going to go anywhere or even be able to play games in the first place. So
Mhm.
I mean, they supported me very heavily, and they got me like the Xbox for my birthday and Christmas.
Yeah.
Of course.
So okay. So I got to ask you then. So what would you say to other teenagers or maybe even younger than that? How do you get your parents? I know this sounds kind of weird, but how do you get your parents to convince your parents that playing video games isn't a waste of their child's time? Because that's the mindset of some parents is I'm not going to go let my kid play 8 hours a day on a video game. Like what kind of advice would you give to those people listening, those younger people?
I mean, show them some of the research and like the evidence that it actually, can be a game. I mean, like, Booga won $3 million off of a Fortnite tournament that was like literally like 3 days long. You got to show them the evidence of that. You got to show them how many like careers it can be in, because you don't have to be just a content creator or streamer. You could literally be anything. You could be the management for a team, graphic artist, video editor. There's so many options in gaming.
Yeah. So I want to go back to the question about the small streamers and Twitch. And so my question, not really a question, but just starting the conversation there is how I see it, where Twitch, if they're going to take some of the small streamers and stop them and make them start over from zero, in my opinion, they should do that, making a better example of taking someone like Booga, because he's a known name, just to set the rule. Because Twitch, I believe, being an adult, being a parent, being an uncle, somebody that I mentor young players, Twitch does those, I say the fine print, details for being a 13-year-old to start your account. They do that to kind of basically to protect that young streamer. So how do you feel about that?
I think if they did make an example out of the big streamers, they would get so much backlash on Twitter and all of that, and YouTube would probably start scooping them up to start streaming on their platform. I think Twitch knows better to not make an example out of these big streamers. They might go and do like a medium streamer, someone like, I don't know, like it's like a couple hundred viewers, but I really don't think they're going to make a jump and do someone that pulls in that much money as someone like Booga,
Yeah, it's almost like it's like just different rules for different people, almost in a sense.
Oh yeah, it's messed up 100%, but
It's
kind of just the way it works.
definitely. I'm with you there. It's messed up because you got a Booga and you got a small time streamer that just, man, the grind. Know the grind. It takes hours on top of hours. But then all the stuff you already mentioned, learning how to run a computer, learning how to set your audio, stuff we deal with here on the show.
Right.
We're asking, Ahman, can you do that? John, can you do this? Ben, Notorious, can you help out with here? So we're asking, we have a team, and it's about 4 or 5 of us that run this setup. So a lot of the young, streamers out there, they're doing it just themselves, or maybe their mom and dad, or just dad or mom are chipping in. So there's a long haul to do that until then start from zero. It's like, you can look at it 2 ways. You're like, okay, didn't remember the rule, or didn't know the rule, or wasn't aware of the rule, or somebody like the way I was raised is like, what? Bad stuff happen all the time. You got to basically pick yourself up and get ready how to do that same grind again to get back those viewers, get back those subs, and get back those followers, during that same process like you did before.
Yeah, well, to add another thing on top of that, I think if Twitch actually bans the people, they can't make another account. I think that's another rule.
So you can't even start from scratch.
Yeah.
Wow.
I saw
I didn't know.
One of my friends online got banned for it. I guess to make an example about it, and it went all trending and everything. And he made a new account, was popping off, got like his a couple hundred viewers again, and then just got banned again.
So was he now above 13?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's messed up.
Now they're really being hardcore about it.
Oh yeah, Twitch is crazy about their stuff. And if they're banned as well,
man.
you can't hear their voice on other people's streams, or that person will get banned. Like if I'm banned and I go on Booga's stream and talk, Booga's getting banned. They're really strict about it, man. I'm telling you.
Are you kidding me?
No, man. Twitch is crazy.
Oh man, I see you taking me back to I'm just thinking back in my head, okay, I played football for 12 years in the NFL. You telling me Roger Goodell gonna come to my locker room and be like, Ahman, we're not giving you the ball for the rest of the season. I'll be like, bro, you tripping. My head coach, Mike Sherman at that time, Mike McCarthy, they will have a heart attack.
Yeah.
Wow, because for the Twitch streamers, that's your livelihood, is your voice, is what you're trying to do. You're building wow.
Oh yeah.
Well, and that's why also I think that they're not going to go after these high profile streamers, because you cannot have them not on your platform.
True, but I would
take one down, it'd just be like a domino effect.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
But just imagine, going after Booga, or say, for example, if Ninja did it before he was 13. But just imagine like Sceptic said, the backlash and the followers that will be behind that streamer to get going again.
Right.
Mhm.
It could lay heavy on Twitch, and Twitch be like, "Hey, we got to do something about this. The scene's about to burst."
Yeah,
off
then
this
like
thing.
YouTube scoops them up and then it's over.
Right? Because it's competition. We already seen it, with Shroud and Ninja a couple years ago.
Oh,
Got them
yeah.
contracts, the big money contracts removed from Twitch.
Mhm.
Shut Mixer down. So
Mhm.
it's a competitive thing between the the platforms.
Mhm.
So
Oh yeah.
I mean, and I want to go back on one of the questions I believe was Ben asked about your parents. So take us through those first couple, I say, months of both your mom and dad coming in and say, "Hey, we're going to support you. We're going to help you get this, that, and the other." What was that like? And what was the things in the beginning that you knew you needed from them to get going?
It wasn't exactly like that because I started off really young. I started playing games when I was really young, so I sort of knew off of like watching YouTube videos. I learned everything off of watching YouTube videos. It's like the main source of learning about all this stuff. And I mean, I'd watch it and I know what I want. I'd be like, hey, I want an Xbox, and then I would like set up a bunch of books and like record it with like my phone or whatever on like a stack of books. So I'd be like, hey, I need this Elgato to record this, and I would slowly just build up my setup more and more. And I don't even think they knew that I was like streaming at first. Like I just got on and just like streamed because I wanted to broadcast with my friends, and it just sort of built up. And I mean, and then I told them about it, and they would tune in and they'd be like, hey, there's actually people watching this kid, right?
Right. Yeah. You was probably the kid I heard of when I started doing Legos. And they're like, "Ahman, you should stream Legos because this is a kid on YouTube streaming Legos." And it might have been you. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I was going to say too, Skeptic, did your parents did they want to be involved and like play these games with you at first just to make sure that they were sort of kid friendly, especially at the young age that you started? How did you sell them on that?
I mean, not really, because I used to play the way I had Halo sold to me because I started off very early with like Halo 3 and Halo 4. And I played it split screen with my dad at first. That's where I very first started.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I remember split screen.
That was my first FPS game. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, split screen, that's where you could get that. But then it makes it easy because you
and then I'd start like out fragging him and he'd get.
Exactly. Love it. I love
He'd
it.
be like, damn, I don't want to play this anymore with you.
Oh man, I love it. Hey, split screen is the best because you're right there.
Yeah,
you're on the same monitor. I know you're probably checking his screen out. I know you're.
No, I know. I always used to play with my friends. He'd be like, "You screen peeking at me?"
Ben is a screen peeker.
I used to do it in that.
I knew it. I knew it
all the time.
I did it. No, I mean, I can't lie. I used to screen peek a lot.
Yeah, I did it.
Everybody did it. It was like that secret thing that
It's the next.
10 years later, like
before hacking or before botting or whatever they call it now.
cheating back then was screen peeking. Yeah,
but it was screen peeking, or they call was it a stream snipe when you're streaming and then
that's stream sniping. Yeah,
stream sniping. So Ninja or big streamers or any streamer for that matter could be in it came from with Ninja.
Yeah, it's like the
Fortnite.
OG stream sniping.
Right, it's where basically somebody's watching the stream, even though it has a delay. They have somebody else playing against them and can see where they're at on the map.
Yeah,
and then stream snipe, which is notoriously a content creator's nightmare.
Yeah.
Ben,
crazy. So Skeptic, you have nearly 3 million followers across all of your social platforms. I kind of tried to put that into perspective yesterday when I was getting ready for this interview and thinking back to when I was 16. I could not imagine nearly 3 million people following what I will, what I was doing and being interested in what I was doing. So what is that like? How do you deal with that?
It depends on how you think about it. If you think about, because even like 20 people watching you is crazy if you put it in retrospect. I mean, like think about it right now, like 20 people behind a screen watching you play a video game, and then you put that higher up and you're like, okay, 1,000 people now. Like that's like, it filled up this entire room with 1,000 people. That's crazy. That many people are watching you play this game right now. So you got to sort of think about it in a different way, because for some reason I get more nervous if you kill someone on Fortnite and you have like that one person spectating you on the bottom left. I get more nervous then than if like the people are actually watching me on my stream. So I don't really look at the numbers either.
I think you got to do that. That's like me coming out during my career. If I looked at the stands and I saw 70, 80,000 people watching me.
Yeah, and then you start to get nervous. Like,
oh yeah, if I did that, you wouldn't even know who I am.
Keep your head down. Don't look at that.
No, you basically put your mind in a different area there.
Oh yeah.
So I want to ask you a little bit about those numbers with the social media followers though. Like as a 16-year-old, do you read comments when you're posting? Because I know you got like 487,000 followers on Instagram. Do you stay away from that? How do you keep that part of maybe the evils of social media away?
I mean, it depends. I would look at some YouTube comments and I would reply to some Instagram, but Instagram recently is all just like, I'm a big fan. Do you reply? Like just that kind of stuff. It's not really like interesting comments on Instagram anymore. But on YouTube, I definitely used to look at them. And if people were hating on me, I'd just be like, hey, I mean, I'm better than you. Like I just think about it like that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing something you're not.
Nice.
There's a reason for that.
Yeah, because I'm like 16. I'm just driving a car. I'm just learning how to drive. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 44, by the way, Skeptic. Just so you
Mhm.
know, I could be a dad, or uncle, big uncle.
I could be your brother.
I'm
Skeptic.
learning. Like, so the last thing I know, I was thinking at 16, just learning. I was so excited just to learn how to drive. I know I was probably playing Tecmo Bowl, and I had Sega Genesis at that time,
Oh yeah.
playing Altered Beast and Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mhm.
That's where that was my gaming. That was at 16.
Yeah.
It wasn't even light years away from where we are now. It's just interesting. It's fun to know that now a 16-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old, like my nephew, for example, my nephew Dominic is going to be 11 this year, and he asked me, just text me last week. He just got a phone, by the way. He just got a cell phone,
Uh-huh.
and he says, "Unc," he said, what are the best games what are the games that I could go pro in? This is my 11-year-old
He's
nephew.
11, man.
He's 11, and I already
That's
know
how
he's
big
really,
gaming is.
right. He's
Yeah.
really good at Fortnite because we play Fortnite duos
Uh-huh.
every now and again, and he carries me. I'm like, he already knows I could shoot, but I can't build. So he makes sure he builds around me when we get into a team fight.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I'm like, okay, well, that's like I gotta look at it just like if it was my own son or
Yeah.
daughter asking me this. So I said, okay, well, you already play Fortnite. That's a good game to go pro in. And then I say, what's coming up now and what our leagues now is CDL, which is Call of Duty League,
Mhm.
Overwatch League, and I say Madden and FIFA. FIFA really big over in Europe, but Madden over here in the United States is popular. And he said, oh, okay, thank you. And it's like, I'm like, wow,
Well, I think
not surprised, but just like
yeah.
I'm having
Next
this
time you
conversation.
go over there, he's gonna be like just like complete pro.
Right.
That's a destroying. I can't even get a killing.
I just think the coolest part about all that is that these platforms, these opportunities are out there now for
Yes.
people
Yeah.
at these ages. It's so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anybody could pick up their phone, put up a YouTube video, and blow up, right?
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay. So when Ahman was talking about how old he is too, and all these games, it made me think of a YouTube video we all watched of you
Yeah.
playing Golden Eye for the first time.
Oh my
And
god.
your reaction now I'm watching it and I'm laughing because number one, I think you commented like the graphics are awful, but at the time when you're playing GoldenEye, that was the coolest game to play with your
Dude.
friends. It was
yeah.
amazing. And I just think it's funny to see that perspective from a younger gamer like yourself to some of those classic games. What did you think of GoldenEye when you played it?
I mean, when I was playing GoldenEye, the first thing I realized is what is going on with this controller. You got the controllers now with like the hands like this, but then you could like build your own, play however you want. You could put your hands wherever you want on the controller. But it was weird. The turning aspect was weird. It had like a bunch of aim assist, so it sort of aimed for you, and just the entire aspect of moving around was weird to me.
Yeah. I watched that video. At that time, I was in the off season of the 2002 year.
Mhm.
That was my first Pro Bowl year, and I went back to school to finish my college degree. Went back to campus, and this was the game that was popular on campus.
Mhm.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm a gamer. Let's play. So I got some of these new college students that played at Nebraska. We're kind of, we shared a common thing right there, being, both from Nebraska. And I find out, I'm not very good at this game. I played Halo. I'm playing Halo at this time, thinking, okay, I could pick up this one, no problem. Nah, that wasn't the case. I got coined the nickname Target Practice because I was target practice for everybody, free slaves. Anybody want an extra bonus 5 kills, just go run down on mine. He can't
Find
shoot.
Ahman.
Yeah, I was probably having the same problems you were having trying to aim. I didn't realize how to use the controller to get my shot lined up correctly. So, oh man. So it's trying to see here. I mean, great conversation.
Well, let's jump into. I mean, you've done so many cool things, Skeptic, in your life to this point. Tell me about collaborating with Marsh Mello. What was that like?
Yeah, so I was just sitting at my home playing Fortnite. I get hit up on my phone. Hey, do you want to come do a cooking show with Marsh Mello? So I go over there. Super cool guy. I bet there's. Just imagine sitting playing Fortnite. You just get a message. Hey, man, you want to go do a cooking show with Marsh Mello? That's the weirdest message. But I was like, of course, yeah. I mean, who wouldn't want to do a cooking show with Marsh Mello? So I went there and I made like an actual like Fortnite llama Marsh Mello thingy. I mean, it was good.
Oh,
All of those people are cool. I love it.
so the llama is like I know it's like one of them things. It's like one of them. It's finding
Yeah.
around a special thing you find on the map of Fortnite.
Oh yeah, it's like that
Go
like
around.
Easter egg that just like rewards you heavily.
Yeah. So that was it was. I remember I found a few llamas playing Fortnite with my nephew.
Oh yeah, it
so.
gives you a bunch of everything.
Exactly. So, like I mentioned earlier, you're a brand ambassador for Whistle Sports. So where you stream and create your content for athletes and traditional sporting and events around the world, and you host where it's called Exploring Esports segment. So who has been your your best and favorite interview during that show?
I would say probably there was this person that interviewed me, Kelly Link. She did a good job with that. I definitely say so. She cast she was casting on the Fortnite DreamHack
Okay.
as well recently. Yeah.
All right. So who's the person that you've either interviewed, been interviewed by, where you've been just like the most in awe? Like, you can't believe I'm talking to this person.
I would say probably like the World Cup, like they just go up and interview you in front of everybody, and it's like super professional. You walk into this place around, you look around, and there's all these people that you've played with online, and you just walk in there, and there's these black screen behind you, and they ask you all these weird questions.
All right. So, because at one of those events I saw, and it was a tagline said, "You and your cousin Ninja." So how was meeting Ninja? Because y'all both had blue hair at the same time.
Yeah.
In the shot. So explain how that went down.
Yeah. So Fortnite, well, Ninja's not actually my cousin. So
that's why I asked.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify. I'm like, man, this is cousin too. Like,
no. I mean, I wish. I mean, that'd be an easy blow up. But like, but I had blue hair originally because I was streaming and I was like, once I hit, I think it was like either 10,000 or 100,000. I was like, once I hit this follower goal, I'll dye my hair whatever color you choose, because I didn't actually think it was like a realistic thing that I was gonna hit. And then I hit it, and I tweeted out this poll. I think it was like should I make my hair like red, blue, green, or purple or whatever, and they voted blue. So I just said screw it, blue it is.
Nice. My favorite color, by the way. So thank you very much.
I respect that.
Appreciate that. So before we wrap this thing up, because we got this or that coming at you, I want to ask you a couple more questions. One question being, being at the age you are, 16 years old, what would be some of the, details or points you will give streamers that are your age trying to go pro and trying to be successful?
If you're really passionate, you have to put that idea in your mind that you will make it, and you need to actually put the effort in. All of these people right now are saying that they're putting the effort in. Like, there's always those people that are, fake saying, I'm putting the effort in, I'm putting the effort in, and then realistically hop on and play 2 hours a day. You have to actually put on the effort, and you got to put it in your head. You got to put like the positive energy in your head.
Exactly. Just like the positive energy that I'm telling Ben and John and anybody that walks in here that we're going to do a show in Dubai. We're going to be doing a Mind Green Gentleman Lounge somewhere in Dubai in the next few years.
That would be sick.
Putting it out there.
It's going to happen.
All right. So other things that we're putting out there, especially for yourself. So what's coming to you? What's coming from you, Sceptic, in 2021? What's up next for you?
I don't even know, because it's 2021. You could literally expect anything at this point. But I would say I want to try to either move to somewhere like Texas or Florida. I want to do Florida, since like this is where all the Misfits family is. And I love it here. It's super warm and not New York. But yeah, that's probably what's coming up for me next. I usually just ride the wave out.
Yeah, come to the Midwest. You'll trust me. You'll definitely have a different mindset living here, dealing with the cold temperature. Well, you gotta be careful in Texas. It got really cold.
And we're gonna talk about that later.
Down there.
Yeah, man, it snowed. They got like 3 inches, and it went number trending for like on Twitter for like a week.
Right. It were 8 degrees in some parts of Texas where I never thought, because I've been in Texas. I've been in Houston. And you talking about humidity. You're in Florida. Houston, it has Florida humidity beat.
Well, it shut down their power grid.
Right.
Yeah, it literally everything went down. They're not like ready for that at all.
No.
People got totally screwed.
No, I told you about my Dallas trip where it was an ice storm, and found out, and I'm like talking to the Uber driver, and I'm like, I could drive. I'm from the Midwest.
You need me to drive?
Because he's white knuckling it. He's like, oh my God. And I'm like, hey, I'm from Nebraska. I could do this. Just pull over. I'm like, why are the roads so bad? He's like, well, the concrete in the ground down in Texas doesn't have the same minerals in it as in the Midwest states, like Nebraska, like Wisconsin, like Iowa. I'm like, oh, so they only put sand down. As we know, coming from where
stockpiling salt.
Sand don't do nothing. It just coats the problems. So,
Yeah.
my man, I was like, look, man, for real, I can drive.
Did you drive the Uber?
No,
Oh,
he didn't
I
give
was
up.
gonna say,
That would be
He didn't give up the will, but I was like, look, I want to live. I want to get
Ubering
to the
him.
Yeah, I want to get both of us alive to the hotel. You know, to my
Again,
drop off.
Just for everybody who's tuning in, that is the story straight out of Texas,
Yes.
not in Wisconsin.
No,
that's in Texas.
that's what I was saying. It was
Yeah, it's crazy.
they shut down the whole city.
Yeah.
So real quick before we wrap this up, Skeptic, where can everyone find you? Social media in the gaming world, you know, what you're up to coming up to wrap this show up, to wrap this conversation up.
Yeah, I mean, I was lucky enough to secure Sceptic on like actually every single social media. So I mean, you could go on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and you'll find me under just the tag Sceptic. And I don't know. I mean, I do my daily streams. Once I get back from Florida, I'll be doing my daily streams on Twitch.
Nice. Awesome here. So you ready to play a game?
I am. What
Ready to play a game that's going to change
do you got
your
for me?
life? Got it. All right, John.
Hit it.
This or that.
All right, Skeptic. These are all from the mind of Ahman Green. This
Okay.
or that. We'll start off with this one. Oh boy.
All right.
Would you rather run your tongue down a New York City sidewalk or press your tongue into a stranger's nostril?
Diabolical. What I tell you.
Oh,
out the
that's
box.
disgusting, Ahman.
Out the
Oh,
box.
what is coming into your head? How do you even think of that, man?
I told you, man. Diabolical.
That's good. You got a crazy head.
Diabolical.
I mean, I don't know because I've been in New York City, man. That place is not nice. I mean, it's a stranger, so that's also a different story. I would probably say New York. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with the New York one,
Have
100%.
you seen garbage days there, though, Skeptic? They just pile that stuff up on the curb.
Dude, it is disgusting. But
It's horrible.
the other
Just
option
don't
is
think-
also, I think, a little bit more disgusting.
Exactly. I'm with you, Skeptic.
Oh.
I'm dragging my tongue across the sidewalk. I'm not dealing
I
with
respect
somebody
it.
else's nose. You know.
Oh, yeah.
dude, nah.
Okay. All right. So it would be horribly disgusting and revolting to put my tongue in
Oh.
a stranger's nostril. But hold on. What's the worst that could happen from that? Imagine everything I could get if I
You catch
ran
some
my
gold.
tongue along a New York City sidewalk. That's
Hey,
kind of my logic.
It's
on
a
this.
rock and a hard place, man.
I know it is.
Come
but
on.
I think I'm going to go stranger's nostril.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's
It's
nasty,
si-
man.
It's sidewalk for sure. If you
Have you
just
seen one in New York, though?
hey, you don't know what you're going to get if you just walk up to some stranger. You don't get to pick them, right? I'm assuming. I made
Yes,
up the rules
yeah.
already in my head.
Could be
And
anybody.
you just walk up to them and you have to put your tongue inside
Nah.
someone else's nostril.
I don't
I'm
want to do
good.
this. I know.
What?
I'm doing it.
No,
Number
good.
one, I've never thought of that before in my life.
I
Number
know,
one,
me either.
and to have Ahman think of that, I
Hey.
don't know what's going on there.
Told you, diabolical.
All right, this or that. Split your pants or pee your pants.
Mm.
Split your pants or I would definitely say, ooh, that's a hard one. I would definitely say pee your pants because you could cover it up.
Oh,
You could-
okay.
You can cover it up. If you're like secretive at it, you can definitely cover it up. But you're not covering up split pants.
Oh, John.
I think you could cover up the split pants more better than if you peed your pants. Like you just
Yeah,
could
either
take
way.
your shirt, wrap it around your waist. I guess you could.
There you
kinda-
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather split my pants because then it's kind of like, yeah, I split my pants. I don't know, man. It's weird.
Nobody
As
knows.
opposed to someone come up and be like,
You're not
yeah,
gonna
Actually, I think
broadcast either.
I'm changing my answer here. I'm changing my answer 100%.
Uh-oh.
Is
That's,
that-
that's a first.
Yeah, I'm not.
You said
not go-
records
I'm
on
not
the
doing
show
that.
right now.
And then the more I
I
think
know.
about it, the worse it gets. I think I'm gonna do.
You
split
gotta
pants.
sit in that.
Well, it's
Oh my god! And then it. Okay, I'm not
And
even
it
thinking about that
saturates
anymore.
everything.
saturate. And then people are like, hey, are
Yeah.
you okay,
You'd-
skeptic? What
you-
happened
And
there?
then you walk by and you're like, hey, what's that smell?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going splitting your pants because when you first pee your pants, it's going to be warm, then it's going to get
Oh,
cold,
jeez.
and then it sits there, and it's just no. Split
Nah.
my pants all day.
I'm there. I'm keeping it going. Split your pants because as a gamer, you're sitting down most of the time anyway.
That's true.
And you're not telling that secret
Oh,
That's true.
because most of the time you're the only one that hears the rip and feels it. So I'm not telling that secret.
that's a good.
I'm
That's a,
gaming.
Mm.
I'll sneak my way to the bathroom or to the closet just to change up real quick. Or like John said, take a sweatshirt, tie it around my waist. Bam.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Solution fixed.
That's a good one, Ahman. I like it because you're a
100%.
gamer. You're just sitting there. All right, guys. Next on this or that, would you rather have to do math or read a book?
Math.
Mm.
That's the
Oh, that
easiest
was-
one. That's the easiest one today. Math, 100%.
Hey, why is that so easy for you?
I don't know. I mean, I like math. I've always liked math. That's my favorite subject.
Oh,
There you
Wow.
go. I'm gonna go with him. I'm math. I'm a numbers guy. I like to deal. I remember when I learned algebra and then calculus. I'm like, oh, just plug in the formula. for most things, and make sure you just step by step take the process.
Yeah, it's
So,
easy as long as you
yeah.
follow it.
I
follow
am horrible at math. Like I'm surprised I made it out of school thanks to math. So, but I love reading. I just love reading. So I would rather read.
I'm with Ben. I'd rather read a book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
50-50
start doing
here.
math. Yeah. It's
You know
probably
what my
because we
biggest
suck at it.
problem with math is that sometimes there's not just a right or wrong answer. There's 18 different ways to get the right answer.
There's
But then the
different
teacher
summations.
only wants this one specific way to get the answer. I hated that.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. You can't do it in your head.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Unless you
point.
have my my varsity or my JV wide receivers coach, Mr. Allner, that doesn't want to help you with any of it when he's teaching the class, then it makes it impossible.
Damn,
Just letting you know.
that's
Yeah.
harsh.
Yeah. All right. Now, this is how far back are we going with this one, Ahman, on the next this or that? I'm not sure if Skeptics. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I'm one ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you're
sorry.
one ahead.
We'll get to that one in a second. Next, this or that. Sleep. Do you like to sleep in the pitch black or with a nightlight? Some sort of light.
Depends on the scenario, because I mean, sometimes I'll go to sleep with my TV on, but if I'm actually tired, I can't. Or if I'm not tired, actually, I have to sleep with the pitch black.
Oh,
But if I'm tired, I could throw something on. So I would probably say pitch black, to be honest.
there you go.
What do you
Ben.
think, Ahman?
I'm definitely pitch black.
You're pitch black.
That's preferred. That's my preferred, but I'm
Yeah.
married. So Skeptic, maybe 10, 15 years from now, you'll be having
Yeah.
this conversation with your significant other. And so you got to roll sometimes with what she does. But
Mhm.
if I had preference, pitch black all day.
Yeah.
Off the Twitch stream, Miss Nixie chiming in saying
Uh-oh.
pitch black.
What's up, Nixie?
I think for myself, because my life has adjusted so much, I used to love having a TV on. So then that natural light, I think, was what helped me fall asleep. But now I'm in the groove. It's got to be pitch black.
Okay.
What I do now.
I think
Got
we're in a
it.
clean sweep here, guys. Pitch
Yep.
black. It has to be. In fact, like we have like a little light in the bathroom of our bedroom, and I have to like close the bathroom door because I don't even want that hint of light creeping in. I need it pitch black, which is kind of funny because you close your eyes when you're sleeping, you know, which makes it black anyway. All right, guys, this or that. No, this is the one. Have you heard of these shows? Hey Arnold or Recess? No.
Nope.
All right, Ahman, you got to take this one over.
Oh man. So both Nickelodeon shows.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched Nickelodeon. How old
Kind
are
of
we
the
talking
same
about?
time as Doug
It's like the mid
and
to late 90s.
Rocco's
Mid to
Modern
late
Life.
90s.
Oh yeah,
So
that's not
you
me
could
then.
go on YouTube. You could go on YouTube and Google them, and you could get brought up to speed.
He's gonna think they're like
Eventually.
GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the
Yeah.
graphics are horrible.
Yeah, it was actually because shoot, you're 16, so yeah, you were possibly not even born.
Oh, he wasn't born.
Yeah.
I was born
baby.
in 04.
He wasn't.
Oh
born.
yeah, yeah.
He
You
was
weren't even
not
born. Dang.
No.
My apologies. I
That's
thought,
okay.
you know what? I thought about that question. I'm like, dang, he might have been a baby or not born. My fault. I apologize.
All right. So how about you,
All right.
Ahman? What would you pick?
Hey Arnold was the one. Hey Arnold had a character who head shaped like a football. And
That's why you liked it.
he did things in the neighborhood with the friends with his friends in the neighborhood and stuff. So they had fun times, similar to like Scooby-Doo or Doug, hanging out, riding bikes, getting in trouble, being kids. So I like that show because of that neighborhood aspect of kids, messing around, kind of like the Goonies too as well.
Twitch stream, Rome Freak says Recess is iconic, but Hey Arnold just had it all. I'm with him. It's really hard for me to choose in this topic.
Yeah. And then
Big
Recess.
B, your boy, 5535, says Hey Arnold, I would say. Football head all day.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to have to lean toward Hey Arnold.
Yeah. And in Recess, real quick, it was just a show basically about recess at school.
Yeah.
So it basically took part at that, between 11 and 11:30 time, whenever your recess was.
It was in New York City.
Yeah.
PS, whatever. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, the school depicted back in New York area.
Side question for you, Skeptic, because how long have you been doing school online? Oh, did we lose him? I think we
Oh,
lost him.
sorry. What? I don't know how that happened, but I would say I've been doing it since freshman. So what am I in 11th grade now? So I've been doing it for like 2 years, 2.5.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that
we're
wasn't
mid into the year. So yeah, 2.5.
that wasn't anything new when a lot of schools went virtual in
Oh, no.
2020. No.
No,
you
literally nothing changed for me.
didn't- Yeah. Okay.
And that's what I said about most gamers when COVID and everything happened last year. I was saying that every other up. I was saying, really, for gamers, this is it.
Quarantine is life.
We
man.
are
This is
here.
awesome.
Nothing's changing.
We're ready for this. All right. A couple more on this or that. Far Cry or God of War? Far Cry.
Far
or
Cry.
Far Cry.
Ooh,
Why is that?
I like that quick answer. I
Far
love it.
Cry is an iconic game for me, man. I don't think I've had so much fun playing Far Cry 3 and 4. That's like my childhood. I love Far Cry games.
I love the instantaneous answer. No,
Oh,
no
yeah.
decisiveness. God of War for me. I love Kratos and his blades of fire and ripping people apart. That's my dude. And he has a kid now in the latest one that came out like on PS4 when that dropped. So
God of War.
God
for
of
me.
War.
God of War for me as well.
I'm gonna go with Sceptic. I'll go with Far Cry because I'll just trust Sceptic here.
There's some great logic, John.
All right, guys. So that The Office or Modern Family. This is an easy one for me.
This is
Ooh.
Office.
Yeah.
Ooh.
100%, bro. I mean, I when I said I watch shows when I go to sleep, I watch The Office.
Yes.
See, I'm the opposite. I love Modern Family.
I'm with you, Ben.
That is one of my favorite.
I'm a
TV
Modern
shows of
Family
all
guy.
time.
Here. That's not.
Have you guys even
I'm
watched The Office? If you're gonna say that, man, I don't know. The Office is an iconic show.
I'm 1,000% with Sceptic. It is The Office. It is the show that I put on when I've got nothing else to watch and I just want something cool.
I've watched it like 20 times. Such a good show.
It is so awesome.
Yeah, not downplaying
See-
what The Office done, but just
No.
Modern Family kind of
So-
had something different about it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't like awkward moments, and I feel like there's so much awkward humor in The Office that
Well, that's the
start
point. That's
cringe.
what's funny about it.
I know, but I cringe. Like I don't laugh. I'm like, I can only imagine being in that situation. So
We're always in that awkward situation.
All right, guys. That's this or that this week.
All
What's up
right,
next?
man. Thank you, Skeptic. We got some fun topics too that we're gonna keep chatting. You want to
All right.
chime in? Stuff trending around the world in the video game world and esports. So I'm gonna bring up here. Overwatch League is unveiling their 21 season structure. They have a $4.25 million prize pool coming up for Overwatch League that starts here in a few months on April 16th. So they got it's the fourth season already of Overwatch League, which is for me amazing.
Mhm.
And I think they're just going to continue every league, Call of Duty, Overwatch, the Madden leagues, the Fortnite tournaments. They're continually going to get better in terms of the planning, in terms of the organization. So fourth season for the Overwatch franchise is coming out, and they're going to have they have a seasonal tournaments that will basically cycle through. So the first tournament is going to be May Melee, then June Joust. I like the little comic book-esque titles here. Summer Showdown, and then Countdown Cup. So that $4.25 million, that's been announced. So that's going to be split between the tournaments and the playoffs for all the teams. And then the teams competing are going to be divided into two groups, the East and the West group. And so you got the Changchu Hunters, you have the Guangzhou Charge, Hangzhou Spark, Los Angeles Valiant, New York Excelsior, Philadelphia Fusion, and Shanghai Dragons, and the Seoul Dynasty that will obviously make up the East.
Sure.
And then the I'll say other teams here is the Dallas Uprising, Atlanta Reign, Dallas Fuel, Boston Uprising, Florida Mayhem, Houston Outlaws, London Spitfire, Los Angeles Gladiators, Paris Eternal, San Francisco Shock, Vancouver Titans, and Toronto Defiant, and the Washington Justice making up the west side of the Overwatch League. So you could go over to esportsinsider.com to get all the rest of the details of the league and what is coming down for them in terms of the scheduling, in terms of the more of the payouts for all the teams playing in this next season. You could go over how they got to earn league points to get to be even qualified for the playoffs, and then also learn about how Blizzard is planning that they got plans for a home and away because of the pandemic. It's obviously changed a lot, so they have an idea they want to set out. So you guys should go to Esports Insider or actually overwatchleague.com to find out the other fine details if you're a big follower, which I am. I follow Overwatch League because I coach it over at Lakeland University. So check it out. That's one of the quick hitter for everybody here on stream.
Quick hitters. And we talked about it kind of to start the podcast a little bit, that insane winter storm that Texas saw last week. Well, it affected the gaming world as well, because not only EA, but other gaming studios in Texas, they halted operations all of last week. And EA came out and they made a statement: with the ongoing severe weather events and widespread power outages, we've temporarily closed EA operations in Austin. Now, they employ over 700 people, but they were also quickly to say that their other EA studios remained operational, and they were helping out that Austin team who didn't have power to work. So hopefully it didn't impact any gamers' experiences, but if it did, you got to understand a little bit, right? Come on now.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like a once in a lifetime thing that just happened in Texas. Like, scary.
And real quick, Skeptic, I want to ask you, with Fortnite, you playing there, has there been any I say conversations, talks that you've been in, and where they develop a more than just a league or just a tournament system, but a league where seasons and there's regional teams, because you have duels, you have trios, and you do have single player competition.
I don't think Fortnite's really ever gonna go that route. They sort of have this route right now where you just play arena and you slowly rank up points, but I don't think they're ever gonna do like a league just like that. They just kind of like the open tournaments.
Yeah, so because like when you say that it kind of takes me to what I see with golf. Because there's all these tournaments around the world as we see golfers go on, and that's similar to what I see with Fortnite. Is you have that destination location, and the fan base just happens because you got to be a follower of a set player like a Sceptic, like a Ninja, like a Booga in that game. And then that's where the international aspect comes in, because y'all could eventually, once we get past this pandemic, then y'all could start traveling, other parts of the world to have your competitions.
Yeah. All right, guys. My story of the week. Did you guys see the Nintendo Direct event?
I get the updates because I have the Switch, so I haven't seen it for the last week. So fill this in.
Yeah. Okay. So since I waited so long just to get a Switch this past summer, I thought I should be
you couldn't
excited.
find one.
I couldn't find one. Thought I should be excited about the Nintendo Direct event. So they just released all their upcoming games. Here are my top 3 games that I'm looking forward to on the Switch. Number 3. They introduced or talked about the Fall Guys Ultimate coming out in this summer.
I still got to play that. I heard
for the
it's
Switch.
fun.
Yeah, I that sounds like another game I want to play. This one looked really exciting to me. Knockout City on May 21st. It's like dodgeball, but you like run through a city.
Okay.
Oh, that's a game changer.
I saw some people play that on PC. It looked fun.
Doesn't it look fun?
Yeah, they're playing the beta.
Nice.
Okay.
And I love dodgeball in real life. I love hitting
Right.
people in the face with a dodgeball.
I bet you do.
Wow.
And my number 1 game I'm looking forward to. I played it back on old school systems. Super Mario Golf Rush.
Ooh.
Like they have a mode called Speed Golf.
Yeah.
And you guys are all just racing against each other, trying to finish, I guess.
I used to play that on my
18.
Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
Mario
Speed Golf. Man, that looks
We're
so
gonna see somebody
sweet.
on YouTube doing this in real action.
That's coming on
live
June
action.
25th, by the way.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
They
Well,
put
I
their
mean,
foot in it on that one.
there is such a thing as speed golf. You hit a shot and then you run to your golf ball, and then you hit another shot, then you run. Yeah.
There's a lot of golfers that don't play that one
No, there's not.
because they like walking.
Yeah.
Or riding in a cart.
Cards.
Oh man! So John, take us to what's on stream, sir.
Row, row, row your boat gently up the. Sorry. Excuse me. It's time for what's on stream.
I'm rowing that boat.
He's rowing over here.
I'm rowing that boat, getting to what's on stream. So think about it. We'll get to you, Skeptic, what you watch on any of these streaming apps. So I'm gonna start it off. I got into something from my childhood, and I love the recreation. Now it's in an anime. It's Transformers, War for Cybertron, Siege.
You didn't wear your Transformer shirt today.
I know I should. I got a gaming one on. Look at that controller. That's my heartbeat right there. My wife made this for me. She's art. She's fantastic.
Oh, nice.
She's creative. But it's Transformers.
Yeah.
They back on now. Like I said, I love it. They brought that anime artwork. But the one thing they didn't change about Transformers, and I know you've seen. I hope you've seen some of the Transformers, the big movies in the past few years. Skeptic on the big screen. With Optimus Prime, with Megatron. Starscream is still a punk. Just so you know.
Okay.
You ever had a guy on your team? He likes you and then he hates on you behind your back.
That's just a fake friend.
Yeah, he doesn't
exactly.
really
That's
like you.
Starscream.
He doesn't really.
That's
like you.
Starscream.
That's messed up.
He still ends up, and I watch. So it's a season. It's a series. So they
Yeah.
got about 9 episodes. I'm in getting on to episode 3. I watched the first 2 episodes over the weekend, and like I said, Megatron doing his thing. He wants to rule Cybertron. That's the planet they're on.
Yeah.
And you got Optimus Prime, the leader of the Autobots, is like, no, you can't do that. You can't basically be a dictator, but you can't kill all these other robots. So he's coming in and do his duty, even though he's like kind of like my other I say comic book hero, Batman. He gets his butt kicked, but he always rises to the occasion with his teammates and everything. But thank God he doesn't have a Starscream. He does have Bumblebee. He got Ratchet. He got Ironhide coming in to jump off the top rope and win.
Man, you are a Transformers.
Well,
I love it.
I don't think we've ever asked you this. Are you a fan of the Autobots?
I'm
Are
Autobots
you
all
a
day.
fan of Autobots?
No, you don't even have to go to the Sceptic. I'm
No?
Autobots all day.
Okay.
And Skeptic, have you seen any of the Transformer movies in the last 10 years?
I don't know because I can't say I 100% have. I used to watch a bunch of the Transformer movies. I mean, my favorite one was obviously I loved Bumblebee. That was my favorite character.
Okay.
And I used to play a bunch of the Transformer games. There were these
They
weird
did.
games on the DS that I used to play that were based
Yeah,
around
they did.
Transformers. That's why I
That
used to
was
always play
brutal.
those. But I can't
Nice.
say I've seen the very new ones though.
Okay. Yeah, they got news. So they got this new series out. It's on Netflix.
Nice.
Started about a month ago. So, but now you can watch the 9 episodes. Check
Is
it
it
out.
worth it?
It's worth it. It's
All right.
anime. If you like anime,
Okay.
artwork, they have that. They brought that element in, and it's Autobots, it's Decepticon doing their thing. And like I said, Storm Scream, still a pump.
Still pumped.
Still a pump.
Ben, John.
I got a question for you. For what's on stream, eventually, if I'm watching a show that's on actual TV and not a streaming service, can I throw that in here?
Yeah.
Because
I
I'm
think
watching Young Rock, so
Oh,
I'm gonna
yeah.
highlight that later on.
Well, it's Peacock. It's probably on there.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess it will qualify. But no, my choice this week is coming from Netflix. It's called The Crew. Kevin James. Has anybody seen?
I've
not
heard of
seen
it. I watched the preview of it.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that. I saw that preview.
So he's the crew chief of a NASCAR team. This show would be absolutely horrible if Kevin James was not in it. His comedy and his humor makes the show. I would definitely recommend The Crew on Netflix.
All right. So this is a movie I watched last week. It's called Greenland. All right. I got it on Amazon Prime.
That's with Xerx. That's with Leonidas from 300.
Yes, it's Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler.
Yeah. So it's about John Garrity, Gerard Butler, his estranged wife and their young son embark on a perilous journey to find sanctuary as a planet-killing comet hurtles toward Earth. And this movie was a lot better than I thought. And I don't even know what I was expecting. I was expecting more like action, maybe some sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Some
post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, well, some action where it's like
End of the world type
unrealistic type of like they jump off something or something. But it wasn't like that at all. It was actually pretty cool, and it was their journey about trying to get on this. The government,
spaceship, right?
No, this government put out like all these different citizens that they're going to save and put in a bunker.
So it was a list. Gotcha.
There's a list, and they're on the list, and they go through this whole thing, and there's comets and debris, and it's pretty intense, man.
I've seen something like that before.
It's pretty cool. I would recommend it for sure.
Can I just say, Miss Nixie's coming after me in this Twitch stream.
Oh yeah, that's a fellow streamer of mine.
She says she's seen a couple episodes of The Crew, and it's not that funny at all. Wow,
damn!
Nixie. You've been on the podcast before.
Hey, tell me how you really feel.
Hey,
yeah.
All right,
she'll tell you. Yeah, she does speak her mind.
Keeps it real.
Really cool. Skeptic, what you watching on stream? If anything.
All right, so one thing I'm rewatching right now for like my third time is Breaking Bad. Have you guys watched Breaking Bad?
Oh,
yeah.
sure. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm just making sure because it's my favorite show of all time, and I'm rewatching it like my third or fourth time right now. And one of the movies that I just watched is called Us. Have you guys watched that?
Oh yes.
Horror movie. Yeah, you said you're a horror movie guy.
Jordan Peele. That's Jordan Peele, masterpiece of horror.
It's a super.
Yeah.
It's a movie that just messes with your brain.
Yes, my man. He's speaking my language right now. I love this kid. He's awesome.
You need to put me on some more horror movies, man. I've been having trouble finding some.
See?
Oh, dude, just ask him on. You ever need a movie on horror? He's gonna give
I'm
you
your
a
man.
list of
I don't
like
lead
30.
you wrong with horror movies,
All right.
food, and video games. Them the three things I will not lead. I'm your guy. Hit me up if you need to know horror movies, food, and video games.
Yeah, but you're healthy.
I work out to eat bad.
Oh, that's true.
I lift weights, I run so I can eat terrible.
See you grinding in the
but once a day, once a week though. Can't do it every day. So once a week, I have a cheat day. I have a cheat day once a week. So, oh man, that was fantastic. Right,
That's
here.
about it though. That's what I'm watching.
Nice.
Gotcha. All right, let's take us to game releases, sir.
Release the games. It's time for the game releases. Game releases.
Oh man, Activision is back at it again. I say, as good as this cinematic trailer is, they're hyping this thing up. Hopefully, it comes out banging. So it's the download tonight DLC of Season 2 of Call of Duty Black Ops Modern Warfare, and they got everything coming at us. They got a whole bunch of everything. I'm gonna start with they got 4 new operators. So that's the characters you can select. And just like Fortnite, they have certain skins that these operators are gonna have. And so you start there. Then they have 6 new weapons. They got zombie expansion with the all-new Outbreak experience. So they really taking this zombie thing. So Sceptic, you're already talking about nightmares. I saw if you watch this trailer, when you get a moment, when you're
the Cold War one for
Yes.
Cold War.
Did you
Man,
watch it
I
already?
love zombies. I still play zombies on Cold War to this day.
Yes. I mean, they beefing it up. I saw one zombie that looked like it had the outfit that Sigourney Weaver had in Alien.
Oh, yeah.
Like a robotic zombie inside it controlling this robot suit. I'm like, dang. they making it really hard to kill him now. It's like, come on, like you can't just shoot. You got not only shoot him in the head. Now this thing got armor around him, so they got that coming. They got new multiplayer maps, new multiplayer game modes, and new tools of trade, prestige levels. Was Warzone? Was it Warzone interest, a point of interest? And they have a new game mode called Exhilaration, and then Rebor Island. And at the end, they got this boat coming in.
Rowing?
No. It is a battleship coming into the Warzone map, which is Verdansk. So off the water is this boat coming in. And just kind of like in Fortnite, I remember, do they do the big, scene of something mysterious coming in. So this mysterious boat is coming in. It's like, what's on the boat? Who's on the boat? Is it more zombies?
On the boat?
Is it Snoop Dogg? I don't know.
Snoop Dogg.
Is it Marshawn Lynch? I don't know. It got this boat that's coming in off the east coast of Verdansk. Like what? So check it out. I'm downloading this tonight. I know all my players are going to be on this. They probably won't even be focused at practice tonight because of this DLC getting dropped. Because there's new weapons, and trust me, when you get a new gun on Call of Duty, when you get the gun and find out what attachment that makes the gun better, that's the thing. So my players, I might not even have full attention tonight at practice, just so y'all know. So that's the game release for tonight. For myself, Ben, John, what you got?
Man, John, you want me to go? Or you want to go?
Oh, okay. Have you guys checked out Valheim?
Yes.
It's on PC. It's I haven't downloaded it, but it's 3 million downloads in 17 days. It just got released in early February, and it's kind of taking over. There's also at one point 500,000 simultaneous players.
What?
Yes. So this thing is just blown up. And what is Valheim? You ask. It's this is how they describe it on Steam. A brutal exploration and survival game for 1 to 10 players, inspired by Viking culture. Battle, build, and conquer your way to a saga worthy of Odin's patronage. Right. And I just watched some of the gameplay here. You're just basically trying to survive for a lot of this, right?
Like a Viking would.
Right. Yeah, like a real Viking would, trying to eat the right foods. If you eat certain foods, like it can give you more energy like that. If you stack up too much, just on the proteins, it's not going to help you as much. You got to get bulky. Got to get those vegetables.
I've been seeing all my friends playing Valheim. I think it's in beta right now, but people are like praising it on how good it is. And I've been like on Discord, I've seen my friends screen share and play it together. The graphics look weird, but the gameplay looks so fun. I'm probably going to get it when I get back home.
A lot of people say it's very
looks
addictive.
like a blast.
Yeah, addictive. It's a blast, a shallow learning curve. And so, I mean, that's one game. And the way they say, if you can team up with your friends and just go at it together, like I said, 1 to 10 players, like it seems like that'd be a fun game to play with your friends.
Yeah, this would be that game where if you out with your friends, if you can go out somewhere at a restaurant, for example, and you're talking about what y'all doing, somebody might overhear that conversation. Like, hold up, what they doing over there?
What are they doing over there?
Man, I went and I chopped down this oak tree, but then this horde came to me and all these these orcs, I had to chop off their heads. I hit one in the head with an arrow, and people would be like,
I think you're crazy. Like, what are you doing, man?
They're talking about killing orcs.
Yeah. So I think that looks pretty cool, Valheim. And then just a side note, this also came from the Nintendo Direct event. Animal Crossing is getting some new DLC. It's Mario themed. And that drops tomorrow, Thursday.
For Animal Crossing?
For Animal Crossing. So
that's cool. But Valheim, man, if you Elder Scrolls, it brings up memories of that. I wasn't a big Elder Scrolls gamer, but I know a lot that do. But for me, Assassin's Creed is kind of in it. Like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the last one. I'm looking at Valheim. I watched some of the video and I'm like, okay, this is like, because Assassin's Creed, you got these missions.
Gameplay is kind of the same.
Yeah, it's like open world. You basically could do what you want when you want to do it. You don't have to do the main campaign.
Sure.
You could just do the side missions or just do whatever you want.
Sure.
And that's what Valheim, that's what people like, because you basically get immersed, like you said, in the Viking culture. But like, you know what? I want to be. That's one thing about gaming.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I want to be a sniper. So I'm gonna play Call of Duty.
Right.
I want to be a Viking and behead somebody today. I'm gonna go play that.
Main thing I picked up from John: shallow learning curve.
Yeah, that was big.
That's
big.
Easy.
So
that means easy to learn.
For anybody who's
a lot of people are like saying it's like Minecraft.
Oh, and we already know how popular that is.
He knows what he's doing.
I mean, Minecraft's easy to just pick up and do whatever you want, build whatever you want. That's what people are saying about Valheim's like. It's like Minecraft / like Terraria.
Got it. And we segue into my man Ben.
That's perfect. New DLC comes out today, February 24th, for Minecraft Dungeons. It's called Flames of the Nether on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. And even cooler news, AG.
What's that?
There is a free content update coming out at the same time for Minecraft Dungeons. So you get twice. I mean, it's
game changer.
Awesome. It is a game changer. So The new DLC includes 6 missions that take place inside the Nether. And if you don't know what the Nether is, it's a haunting stage full of terrifying mobs such as blazes, piglins, and gas.
Hey, that means that you got people dangerous flatulence. You said gas.
What?
Dangerous flatulence. Oh, I don't even know if I don't even know how I go on, but the
Adjust, maybe. Adjust.
I gotta stop laughing. The Nether DLC also includes new gear, artifacts, and weapons, new mobs, new skins, and a baby gassed pet. So
You got hold up.
A what?
baby gassed pet. It looks kind of cute.
It has a
See the
spell.
graphics.
GAS or something.
GAST.
Okay, so it's actual.
GHAST.
Okay, so it's an organism.
Yeah, it's
I'm
kind of
like,
cute.
Okay, I'm about to say, man, I'm
Kind
about
of
to
cute. I'm gonna look this
baby
up.
gas. What was a baby fart? Oh, sorry, John. I said the F
Oh
word.
yeah, don't say the F word
Oh.
around me, please.
Why
A
is your head
baby.
in the gutter?
So skeptic, just to catch you up on things, our man John, he does not like the F word that's describing the things that coming out your lower end when you have
I just
to.
prefer passing gas.
There you go. That's what I was trying to say in a nice way.
Oh,
So we learned that about that
right,
was from
man.
this or that question a
weeks
couple
ago.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
So this, thank you. Just so you know.
All right, got
All
it.
right.
There
Hey,
you go. So to recap, Minecraft Dungeons, Flames of Nether DLC coming out today, February 24th, PC, PlayStation,
Get it out.
Xbox, and Switch. You threw me for a curve when you started talking about passing gas.
hey,
Oh, right in the middle of what I'm trying to say.
because if somebody, I'm pretty sure there is a game out there. I don't know. I'm just on Front Street right now, but there's a video game out there where there's orbs of gas that are your friends that you can name your passing gas.
What are you,
buddies.
is that real?
I think we
It
got to
might
wrap
be a
this
game.
up.
Oh, it
I
might
don't
be
know
a
where
game.
to go.
I'm just
I don't know
saying.
what happened.
We
to
gotta
the
wrap
This is
podcast.
video
up.
game world.
What just
We
happened?
know what goes down. So skeptic, hey man, I want to say thank you for jumping in on the podcast to
Of course.
experience what we do here. I appreciate it, man.
I love
All
it.
right. Yeah,
My pleasure.
thank you. All right. And then everybody tuning in on Twitch and listening to the podcast. Before I say, but my man Mad Max, he subbed in for how long?
12 months.
12
in a
months
row.
sub for my man Mad Max, who is a constant, as I say, usual suspect on my Twitch channel. Thank you for that, brother. And for everyone else, we're coming back next week. We got my man, the Hip Hop Gamers, will join us. He's a rapper and gamer that has immortalized an in-game video game character. He's actually in Watch Dogs too. I didn't know that.
You love Watch Dogs.
I played it and beat it. So
Yep.
I'm like, what?
Yep.
He's a Watch Dogs player. Also, he's in NBA 2K Playgrounds 1 and 2. And in addition, he is a mainstay at gaming conferences and panels across the country. We'll have a brand new This or That coming at you next week. More game releases, more trending stories and topics in video games and esports. And then, did I leave something out?
I think you
What's
hit it
on
all.
stream? I almost forgot that. Then what's on stream? And then socials. Ben, let us know.
Yeah.
Actually, you can find me, Ahman Green 30, all on all one word on Twitter and Instagram. Sorry about that.
I think he
And-
threw himself off.
and
with
then
the gas
Twitch.
talk.
You can find me on Twitch here at Ahman Green TV, and also soon to be Ahman Green AG _ Gamers Lounge. And now Ben,
Boom. You
let them
just
know where
said
they
it.
can find us.
AG _ Gamers Lounge, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. That's where you'll find us all. Get the podcast wherever you download your podcast. We're going to push you to Apple Podcasts. Please rate, review. Those go such a long way. Like we can't even adequately describe how important those are to a growing podcast. So please rate, review us on Apple Podcasts.
All right. Everybody have a good day. Skeptic, thank you again.
Thanks,
My
Skeptic.
pleasure.
Yep.
Love it, guys.
Have a good day.
Awesome. Thanks again, man. Have
Yeah,
a great
thanks.
day.
Man,
Of
you
course,
are
man. It was
so
super fun.